How are you today? I'm very well, thank you for asking. Do you like my new posh accent? I do, I'm enjoying it very much. I'm speaking in a very posh accent today. I'm wearing a shirt, I've got very nice smart trousers on, and I've got very shiny shoes. Yes, I've been polishing them. To polish, I've been polishing my shoes, so they're very, very shiny indeed. That's not my real voice. I was pretending that that was my real voice to illustrate the word posh. Okay? Now the word posh is a very, very interesting word. We use it to describe something that is very classy, very stylish, very elegant, and usually posh involves a lot of money. People who are posh tend to be quite rich. Usually they're quite rich, they're wealthy. So, where does the word come from? There are several theories about where the word posh comes from, what its origin is. There are several of them, but my favourite one, I don't know if it's true, I hope it is, but my favourite explanation for it refers to cruises. A cruise where you get on a ship, you sail out into the ocean, and then you come back again. These are pleasure cruises, possibly day cruises, or you could go on one for a week, or possibly even longer. Now, these were based on cruises in the Far East, in the Hong Kong area, when it was still a part of the British Empire. And if you were very, very posh, you would enjoy yourself the most on the cruise, because on a ship, the nautical terms for left and right are port and starboard. Now, this is important. You would have the port side on the left and the starboard side on the right. Now, depending on which direction you were sailing, the sun would be shining on one side. And this was in the days before air conditioning. So it would get very, very hot on deck, on the top of the ship. On deck, it would get very, very hot. So you'd have to pay extra money to sit in the shade where there wasn't any sun. So on the way out from the harbour, when it was leaving, the sun would be shining down on the port side. So the people on the starboard side would be very, very hot. People on the port side would be nice and cool. When it turned itself around and came back, the opposite would apply. You would be nice and warm on the port side, but you would be nice and cool on the starboard side. So, for people with a lot of money, they would buy a special ticket, which meant that they went out on the port side and came home on the starboard side. This led them to have a special ticket with the words port out, starboard home written on it. And when you take the initials P-O-S-H, you get the word posh. So they would be described by the captain and the crew of the ship as the posh passengers. So, I hope you enjoyed my explanation of the word posh. I did very much, and I love speaking in this posh accent. So, I'm going to say goodbye to you now. So, cheerio, take care, I'll see you next time. Thank you.